Welcome back, boys and girls, to Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood. Our next guest is Andrew Bednarchick from Keller Williams, TCS.
TCS, Marlton.
Welcome to the show.
Absolutely, pleasure.
We always talk. I'm looking forward to talking pre-stuff with you because you're my kind of guy. So we always talk a little bit about the pre-real estate person, and I know your background a little bit.
Yes.
So tell everybody kind of the pre-real estate Andrew and the last couple years of your life and how you got into this real estate business.
All right, cool. Just like James, I was a restaurant guy. I did the restaurant industry for like 15 years. Started as a busboy at the Carrabba's in Maple Shade. That's where I kind of met my real estate partner, who I'm working with now, Devin. But me and him just were friends. Friends, kept in touch. You know, he got promoted to kitchen manager, and then I took over as prep cook, and then he got promoted out front, and I took over as the kitchen manager there. So I kind of worked under him already, and just liked his energy and his vibe and stuff like that. And then fast forward to that, I did 12 years at Carrabba's. I transferred because I got recruited to run the Carrabba's in Springfield, Pennsylvania. So I was out there, and my other general manager from the Carrabba's in Fraser, he was like, "Yo, I'm leaving. I'm going to this new company. It's called Mission Barbecue." The hell's Mission Barbecue? I never even heard of that. So I Googled it. There's like 15 stores at the time. And, you know, he was going there. Another guy, Grossar, was going there. All Carrabba's guys. I'm like, oh, it's all good people, dude. And at the end of the day, if you're around good people, good things are going to happen.
Sure.
So, dude, I was like, dude, tell me when. You know, I did my interview in like February. He said, you know, sit tight. We're going to start developing the New Jersey, Pennsylvania market. After that, we're going to bring you on. You're going to run and be the owner of the one in Morristown. I said, I don't care, dude. I'm there, took a pay cut, dude, just to be around good people. Went there, started doing the Mission Barbecue thing, worked my way up there, was a pit master, was the 5th pit master in the company, and then got promoted to the general manager position. And dude, ever since I was 18 years old, I'm like, dude, I want to be a GM. I remember sitting at a poker table with my GM at the Carrabba's, and I remember he pulling like $1,000 out of his pocket. And he was sitting there, and dude, I would see everyone in the restaurant would come up to him, like, shake his hand. He knew everyone was hugging him, and they loved him. So I'm like, dude, that's what I want to do. I want to be a GM. Like, that's what do I got to do? So kind of fast forward to that, and 3 months into being a GM, COVID happened. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't it. I had my real estate license already, part-time, so this is my 5th year with my real estate license. And I did it part-time for like 3 years. You know, I started getting a little bit of traction, then I got promoted. So I'm like, all right, let me go and do the promotion thing. We press pause on real estate for a little bit, and then COVID happened, obviously, and I'm like, man, I think if I go full on with this real estate thing, I'm gonna be okay. So I reached out to Devin again, and I'm like, Devin, I'm doing it, man. So it was like, I think it was like November. Called my area manager and I said, listen, January 1, done. I'll train my replacement. You need me to stay through January to get them up to speed, whatever you need, but I'm going to go full-time with my real estate thing. And that's kind of how it really happened. Last year was my first full-time year in real estate.
First full-time year in real estate, and
yes.
How much business did you do?
I did close to 30 transactions. I think I did 29 transactions last year. But that's, you know, just putting the energy in.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
And so now you're a team member, a part of a team.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has different opinions. Some people are like, no, I don't want nothing to do with a team. Other people are like, teams are where it's at if you don't like a team. So what about Keller Williams and Devin's team keeps you there, and what do you think is like the glue that allows you to succeed?
Well, I think it comes back to like core values. With Mission Barbecue, the core values were phenomenal. With TCS, the energy, the core values, and the people is kind of like, again, it goes back to like, if I'm around good people, good things are going to happen. And I think we have an amazing core there that we're building off of. And just accountability, the coaching, to the brainstorming, the masterminds and stuff like that we get on a weekly basis, a daily basis. Just the ability to reach out and the support of the team. If I'm going on vacation, I need a showing covered or something like that, the support's there. And it's just, I'm cool, I'm good, and you know, you get recruited, you try to get recruited all the time.
Yeah,
people are calling you left and right. You know, it's all about the shiny object, right? Go here and you get this, go there and you get this. But dude, if I'm in a good spot with good coaching around me, good people around me, good things are going to happen.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's where I'm at.
Now, do you tend to have like your borrower? Are you like predominantly a first-time buyer guy? Or are you predominantly a hunter for investors? What is normally your client?
Okay, so I deal with a couple investors who they have money, so they're repeat clients, you know. So I deal a lot with them, and the last year is when I got really heavy into like finding them deals, bringing them deals, and you know they compensate, they take care of you. But my real true joy and passion is working with a first-time home buyer, like seeing someone walk into a door. You know, you take that first couple steps into a door, and they know like that's the house.
Right.
And for me to go to war and fight and try to get them in that house so they can start creating them memories as a family, like that's what fuels the fire. So I focus mostly on the first-time home buyers, but the investors, it pays.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
So you kind of mix it up a little bit.
The investors is a relationship that is like 7 first-time home buyers for the year. You know?
Yeah,
For
correct.
sure. All right, so what do you think is we'll go future now. Let's look at July of 2024. Where is Andrew Bednarchick? What do you think you've accomplished? And what are some check boxes that you have on your goal list between now and then?
Yeah, 2024, so we're talking
2 years.
2 years from now. So I do have a goal within the next year or two to kind of build out a couple buyer's agents, maybe possibly under me. And then that can kind of free my time up to do more things, pursue more things. I got a phenomenal spot in Medford, and we got a great spot in equity too as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like
you got an awesome house. man.
$82,000 in equity before we even closed, and now we're renovating it. So that equity line of credit, hopefully down the road, is going to open up the doors to probably do some real estate investing myself and things like that. And you know, the true goal is by 40 maybe. By 40, the goal is to be kind of out of it a little bit and kind of overseeing some things more, so I can be there more for, you know, the kids when they're starting to get into sports and things like that. I do got the 3 boys. And I want to be an active father, and I want to be there more than I'm away from them. So I know right now I got to put the time in. By 2024, things will look different, and then we'll reassess. We'll go from there. We're in another 5-year plan.
Right. All right, awesome. And okay, now someone who is just stepping into the market right now, all the craziness that's going on, what's like one piece of advice that you would give someone who's entering into the buyer's market right now?
I would say get around someone, 2 things here. Let's give 2 ideas. Get around someone who's done it, right? Or who's going to give you advice, kind of mentor you through things. Someone that's got a proven track record, which works well. And then lead generation, man. Just time block, be disciplined with going after new business, but also trying to keep your current business flowing.
Nice,
To it
nice. All right, now your personal question. A fairy comes to you and says you can interview one person, alive or dead, throughout history. Who's the person that you'd want to have a 30-minute interview with, and what's the question you'd ask?
Oh, man. I'm going to go currently alive, too.
Okay.
And I think maybe it's like a little redundant, but I think it stands out for me just because, like, his journey is phenomenal. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
His discipline, his journey, coming from the hard times and stuff like that, just his work ethic and things like that. I'm just like super intrigued by him, and I kind of like, if I have a rough day, there's a time where I'm like, dude, if I'm having a rough day, like this guy's had a rougher day, or if someone else had a rougher day, like I can get through this. So when I look up to like people like that, that motivates me. So I would love to sit down and just pick his brain for 30 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thanks for coming in, Andrew.
Absolutely, man. Pleasure.
That does it for tonight's Mr. Mortgage Show. We'll see you next week on Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood.
Take care.